Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is November the 9th, 2020. Strong hand. Don't be an algorithm simp or slave. We'll talk about that in a second. Bitcoin is next. Bitcoin. We'll talk about that in motion. I'm still in motion. 5-digit round. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. I'm offended by selling, and I'm also offended by those people who want to give their Bitcoin away to third parties to get interest on it, and then the company goes out of business. All right. Hello, my elite friends. How are you doing this evening, afternoon, wherever you may be? If you have questions, I have answers. Type in my name. Just get my attention somehow. Yeah, I'm on the backup channel. I can't do a super chat. Let's jump into that news. That's the first news of the day. Okay. Our buddies at YouTube, their algorithm. Those of you who are algorithm slaves, this is what it's all about. Okay. YouTube tells you what to watch. This algorithm tells you what to watch. Well, guess what else it does? It goes through your old videos, all 1,800-year-old videos, and it figures out if you had a link below one of your videos that it didn't like. There was a guy, a silver guy, who sent me a shirt, and I wore the shirt in 2018 and 2017, and I put his link below the video. And because that, and now his site, something bad might have happened to his site. I don't know. They have his site as a bad site. So because I have a link to this guy's site under videos of mine that are old as anything, they didn't take the videos down. They gave me a strike. So for at least a week, it appears I can't upload at the Bitcoin Meister channel, or I can't do a live show there. I'd appreciate it if everyone checked out the notes below and retweeted the tweets where I asked YouTube to just reinstate me. Brian, UK Bitcoin Master, already did that. He is awesome. Pound that like button for him. And guys, follow me on Twitter at TECHBALT, because when things like this happen, and they keep happening, you'll know, well, why is it Adam on the Bitcoin Meister channel? Why is it on the backup channel? Because there you go. It's the tech vault at over there at Twitter is the center of the ecosystem. I've been doing great at Parler. I've been doing great on the podcast. I'm further backing things up now at Library or LBRY or Odyssey or whatever the heck they want to call it. But this woke me up. This made me do that move. Okay. Now again, my channel is up there at Bitcoin Meister. You can go over there, but I can't upload or do a live show over there. So enough about that. Please retweet that thing though. Go to TechBalt, TECHBALT. Retweet it. Follow me on Parler at Bitcoin Meister, and yeah, on Library, or I'm going to be on Bitcoin Meister on there. That's still being set up. They're moving the YouTube videos over there. So let's hope YouTube comes to their senses. It's just so funny. They don't have humans deal with anything. Any human would know this is insane. You don't give a guy a strike because he's got links to some site that went bad. It's not even his. I have nothing to do with that site, and the videos are old as anything. But again, this is what you deal with when you let YouTube tell you what to think. You let the algorithm tell you what to think. Algorithms, you algorithm simps out there, you have let these things become very powerful. I mean, you're weak-brained. You're 80%ers. You're 80%ers. You can't think for yourself. You're letting an algorithm do the comfortable thinking for you. Okay. Now, I do want to remind everyone that here's a simple explanation for you algorithm simps out there. Bitcoin is now closer to $20,000 than $10,000. One day closer to an all-time high. Pound that like button. Everybody, if you're watching this live, I just put the tweet out there. Retweet that one also so people know that this show is out there. Taval says, you're getting too many people on the path to financial freedom. They don't like that. No, actually, they don't care at all about that, Taval. It's an algorithm that is randomly picking things. Okay, it has nothing to do with my content at all. It is random. It is mindless. It is no thought involved at all. Has nothing to do that I'm a 20%er or anything like that. Maybe because there's a Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a keyword there. They're searching for Bitcoin and they're searching for silver. It has nothing to do with that I'm good, that I'm great, that this is the best freaking channel out there. Pound that like. It has nothing to do with truth. Has nothing to do with facts. I mean, I could have been a Bikini Babe channel and had a link to that thing, and it would have taken it down most likely. Okay, so I don't like giving these algorithms any credit, and the people who follow them, I think, are pathetic. And this is one of the reasons why, because it works both ways. It can pump certain things, it can dump certain things, it can make things so easy for you not to think. Think! Go to Twitter, check out the links below. Actually, click on other links. Don't let YouTube tell you what to think, or you end up in a matrix like this. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Hello from Los Angeles. Hey, I'm glad you guys are. Some of you. You're subscribed to the backup channel. You're here live. That's great. And hopefully YouTube will correct the issue and this will be uploaded onto YouTube as soon as possible. And not only also the Bitcoin Meister channel as soon as possible. All you people listening on the podcast, you don't even care because you're and I appreciate those dudes. Sportsmeister.com. You can listen to all the podcasts, the audio versions of the show since what? 2019. I don't even know how long it's been over there for. Let's move on. The significance of the world's greatest and most respected money manager, Stan Druckenmiller, saying just now that he is long Bitcoin cannot be overstated. That has removed every obstacle for any hedge fund endowment to invest. Thus says Raul, the guy with the guy who jumped on the Bitcoin is real popular. Interviewed Dan Tapiero. What's his name? Ron Paul, whatever his name is. Okay, so yeah, he's pedestaling. He's putting Stan Druckenmiller on a pedestal, but it's one step. There's an evolution here. Okay, Stan Druckenmiller was not a fan of Bitcoin recently. All right. And now he owns it. And now he's long it, okay? He's long Bitcoin. And I like the point that, yeah, it is an obstacle for hedge fund managers, endowments, they're traditional type of dudes. They need the seal of approval for some super rich dude like this, okay? So that's unfortunate for them that they couldn't get in when we got in on it, but whatever. If they need Stan Druckenmiller's, and I'm saying his name a little wrong there, Stan Druckenmiller, whatever. Yeah. If they need his seal approval, then great. I'm not pedestaling him. I'm just bringing you the facts there. And here's a quote from him. It could be an asset class that has a lot of attraction as a store of value to both millennials and to new West Coast money. And as you know, they got a lot of money. They got a lot of it. Excuse me. I love that term, new West Coast money. Now, most people are very envious of the new West Coast money people. And the new West Coast money people can be kind of annoying. They're wealthy. They got their money through tech, but they want to hurt their SJW types too. Like they're CUCKs basically. They're willing to like beg groups that hate them to tax them and stuff. Yeah, that's their business. But new West Coast money. And hey, they're welcome here. New West Coast money. You like to punish yourself with, you feel guilty about being wealthy. Come here and spend it and buy Bitcoin. That's awesome. And yes, so speaking about insanity, we learned the lesson from BSV today, okay? And this is something you should already know. They had an issue, okay? Another reason to stay with the parent chain, that's Bitcoin, and not defect to a minority fork. Security, more eyeballs on the code, and more patient deliberation. Lower likelihood of a completely preventable failure. So they had a completely preventable failure over there. I don't care. It's the bigger lesson is that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. All these other pretenders, they're pretenders. You need the rock. You need the eyes. You need, you can create these little forks or whatever and make them seem big. They're not. They don't have the eyeballs. They don't have the brains. Bitcoin is the best, clearly. Well, not clearly to the 80%ers. My Lord, they're all trying to get the next Bitcoin. From Ego Coin to BSV, I mean, what's next? And okay, so I told you I joined. And LBRY is the same thing as Odyssey, apparently. I don't know if everybody knows that yet. Douglas Tuman was on my show before. He's the Monero guy. And we talked about how he was running for Congress as a Republican in Long Island. And he actually got pretty close. I thought he would lose, but he came close. So that there's a story about that if you want to link to that. Good job, Doug, you tried. You're the Monero guy. You put it out there. You almost got rid of some ridiculous Democrat on Long Island. You did well for yourself, man. I mean, of course, I prefer Bitcoin to politics. I prefer Monero to politics, for God's sakes. All right, so this dude, Adam Curry, who's a big politician dude. Wow, he shares a last name with an ex-girlfriend of mine. Pound that like button for that insider information there. Too much insider information. This Adam Curry dude, he wants to create a podcast 2.0 platform with Sphinx.chat that's linked to below. Okay, and he announces a Bitcoin Lightning Network integrated podcast 2.0 platform. So he just doesn't want it. He did it. All right. And I say experiment, compete, don't complain. You don't like how podcasting is now. You don't like how YouTube is like now, like me. I like what YouTube does, how it can just do random things like this. He's creating a system of podcasting with the Lightning Network where you can send people Lightning tips during their podcasts, where you can the only way you can listen to a podcast is if you pay a little bit of Lightning Network BTC there. Good. That's great. Can the Lightning Network keep podcasting decentralized is the question. Monetizing via Lightning may be a critical component to creating an environment in which podcasting remains sufficiently decentralized. That is linked to below. That's innovation. Remember, I had Denver Bitcoin on my show. He was a great guy doing some mining related stuff that involves excess gas from oil mining, turning it into Bitcoin mining. And there's a company out there called Crusoe Energy, which has nothing to do with him, but is based in Denver, I believe. And they have a link below that is a photograph, I believe, from North Dakota. It says, beautiful shots from the Bakken today. We're helping our partner mitigate 900,000 cubic feet of flared gas per day at this site. A win for the operator, a win for the environment, and a win for Bitcoin. So, I mean, they're doing what Steve Barber does in Canada. They're doing it in North Dakota, it appears. I had never heard of these people before. And I think it shows that a lot of people want to do this if they don't have anything to do with Denver Bitcoin. But yet they're in Denver. It's a growing freaking space. So many opportunities. You turn oil into a Bitcoin. You do marketing for Bitcoin. You do Lightning payments for podcasts with Bitcoin. All sorts of creativity. Well, and we're going to talk about at the end of the show the what are they real quick? What's the name? I'm skipping around, but I want to give him credit. Coinbeast Media. You know, you can make your own media outlet for Bitcoin. So follow Coinbase Media, Coinbeast.com. He's in motion, so I just wanted to mention them, but we'll get to them at the end of the show too. Now, going back, Swan Bitcoin. They interviewed Michael Saylor. You can't get enough of Michael Saylor. He values his wealth in Bitcoin. He knows Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. He knows that Ethereum does not compete with Bitcoin. And he says, which is the best crypto asset? Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. What's the second best? There is no second best. This idea of 60% dominance is BS, ridiculous, stupid. There is no real competitor. I agree with that. Ethereum is the next Ethereum. It is not competing with Bitcoin. There is no other store of value cryptocurrency out there, okay? There's nothing that compares with Bitcoin. Ethereum is the number 2 cryptocurrency, though. He might not say that, but it's not the number 2 Bitcoin, okay? There's only one Bitcoin, and he put it crassly there. But hey, people love the way he speaks, and people love when certain people throw out curse words. Right here on the Bitcoin Meister channel, I don't curse. Don't curse. There have been a couple slippages in the past, just like a couple or three or something. This is a family-friendly channel, baby. Pound that like button for being family-friendly. Now, Coindesk. They try to be. I get this email from Coindesk. I don't know why I am even get these random emails from them. Okay, but someone at Coinbase says the title of this email. It's like, do they own Tezos over there? All you need to know. It says Tezos. All you need to know for the new and improved baking feature that generates higher return on investment. Special compensation for the first 1,500 users to take the plunge. Those of you interested in qualifying among these first 1,500 should stay updated. And they gave a link. I mean, it's like do they have a deal with Tezos? I mean, this is the corporate crypto media, and they're free to do this, okay? But I mean, you gotta be aware. I mean, some of their articles when they're talking about certain altcoins, I mean, are they really trying to pump them? And I mean, this seems like their hand. You don't. I simplify it for you. I don't go with the flavor of the month or that's the former flavor of the month. That's a past its prime flavor of the month. Okay, right here you just get it simple. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, and so, man, that was a weird email to get. So there's we'll leave them away. The great Rocky Palumbo reminds us that I guess Saturday night was the third highest weekly close ever for Bitcoin. Oh yeah, we're one day closer to an all-time high, dude. We're one day closer to all-time high, and we're going to talk about controlling your own private key in a second. Going for a run, good. I'm going for my sprints after this. Hopefully the road is not icy. I don't think it is. How is Biden bad for Bitcoin? He's not. It's relatively neutral. I mean, he'll print money faster, so that's maybe he's better for. But basically, Biden is nothing to worry about. No, all the political current events are nothing to worry about in terms of for Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. We're going to talk about the vaccine, and we're going to talk about that in a second. The vaccine announcement and what happened, and how it shows that Bitcoin is not it's not correlated to the stock market, to say the least. Now. All right, so let's back. Unfortunately, many retail investors have no idea what is being done with their dollars or their Bitcoin when they are deposited or posted up as collateral. There are some quality institutions in the industry, yeah, whatever, but also some that aren't. And what's he talking about there? Cred is the first big Bitcoin intermediary to file for bankruptcy in the U.S. Oh, so yeah, they were giving people interest on their cryptocurrency. And Caitlin Long sums it up real nice. She says, Cred's bankruptcy will be a mess due to the lack of legal clarity in Delaware regarding treatment of Bitcoin under commercial law, including how lenders can perfect a security interest in Bitcoin. This is going to make Wyoming the obvious choice of law for crypto contracts. All right, so she's got to get a plug-in for Wyoming there. But the point is, if you were silly enough to give your money to Cred, and you thought you were going to get interest that way, and now you think you're going to get your Bitcoin back, you're in for some long legal mumbo jumbo, Mount Gox style, like never getting it back. Dude, why this is why you don't complicate things. Why you keep it simple. You store that Bitcoin, you collect the crypto dividends. That's the interest you get on your Bitcoin. You don't need a third party that can go bankrupt because of some issues to hold on to your wealth, because you never know after that point if you'll ever get it back again. And yeah, even if you do one that's based in Wyoming, you never know what can happen either. Control your own private key. Now, but this one was not based in Wyoming. She says, if God forbid it ever happened in Wyoming, it would be you'd get your money back faster, maybe, or part of your money. You know, with bankruptcy, they rank you on who deserves to get first. All right, so there was a vaccine dump today. Bitcoin went. They announced that Pfizer is close to getting a vaccine for something that most. Why even have a vaccine for that? But so Bitcoin went down. Stock market went up. A lot of things went up. Now, and now Bitcoin's already recovered. It's already recovered basically since then. It pretty much recovered. It went back into the 14s. Now it's into the 15,000s. So it's a unique beast. It does what it wants to do, and it doesn't care what the freaking stock market is doing, and it doesn't care about Pfizer. Now, just some people sold the news, it appears. And all sorts of wacky things can happen here. Now, we're going to go back. We're going to stick with the government here. Warren Davidson, who's a congressman from Ohio, he had an article right before, on Halloween, and I missed it, but he says, Bitcoin changed the world. It's time for Washington to adapt. So we are now living in a time where a sitting congressman can write about Bitcoin in a pretty positive way, in a knowledgeable way. Now, who knows if an intern wrote it or whatever, but there you go. There's a sign of the times that we're living in. And remember, check out This Week in Bitcoin. We had Guy Swan on, Old Ugly Goat, and Nick. Best freaking guest in the space. You can see it at techbalt.com, TECHBALT, or disruptmeister.com. Even this show will be soon at disruptmeister.com. That's the magic of disruptmeister.com, where you can watch all my shows. It doesn't matter where the show originates. I can put it there. I try to simplify things for you people. So that over 1,800 shows at my archives over there at disruptmeister.com. And we talked about Cred. And so I'll leave it on a positive. Well, I'll check the questions real quick, and then we'll talk about someone who's in motion. And then I'll prepare to go on my sprint because it's sprint day today. Okay, now people are talking politics in there. I'm not going to bring that up. All right. So shirts are linked to below also. Maybe one day one of those shirts is going to get me a strike, one of those links, because that's what I ended up happening today. A link from 2017 and 2018, totally ridiculous. And you can watch those videos. One of them is a pretty good video. It's me. It was the day after my cousin's kid's bat mitzvah. She's about to turn 16 now, and I'm getting punished by YouTube from a link I posted the day after her bat mitzvah. Time flies. And YouTube doesn't mature. Bat mitzvah girls mature. They don't. Okay, we'll leave it with this note. Hey, Adam, I wanted to inform you that our Twitter page is up, and it's CoinBeast Media, and you can view some of our blogs at coinbeast.com. We're actually in the process of redesigning our site and are excited to provide unique educational content for Bitcoiners. Well, dude, CoinBeast Media, it's linked to below. Check them out. Dennis does work with them and stuff, so he's in motion, they're in motion, and when you contact me and you're in motion, I'm going to talk about you on my show. I'm Adam Meister, Become Meister, Disrupt Meister. Subscribe to this backup channel. Subscribe to my main channel. Go over there, check out the archives, check Twitter, subscribe to me there, subscribe to me on Parler. Everything is linked below. So actually read the darn links. It's your homework. You'll learn some stuff there. Don't be an algorithm slave, or you end up in a ridiculous situation that where you think it's awesome that YouTube algorithm gives people strikes because they posted a link 3 years ago. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks.